In this sequence, we will look at two new concepts, dependent sources and amplifiers. Before we dive into dependent sources, let's start with a review of what we've covered so far. So we started off with looking at various forms of circuits, and in the most recent sequences, we looked at nonlinear circuits, and we realized that we could use the node method. In fact, the node method applies to all sorts of circuits, both linear and nonlinear. And once we analyzed nonlinear circuits, we found that a lot of the interesting kinds of devices that we care about are indeed nonlinear. However, for a lot of useful uses of these devices, we would love for them to be linear. The challenge for us was to figure out how do we get a nonlinear device to behave like a linear device, at least for in some limited ranges of operation. And there we looked at the small signal trick, where by focusing on very small ranges in the voltage IV curves of the devices, we found that those little regions behaved more or less linearly. And by boosting signals to operate in that regime of the voltage current curve, we were able to obtain a more or less linear response. And this was a small signal trick. The resulting analysis of this kind of circuit was called small signal analysis, or incremental analysis. Now today, we are going to look at dependent sources and amplifiers. The reading for today's topic is chapters 7.1 and 7.2.